team they're playing against, which might cause them problems. AC Leopards.
Free kick here for the challenge on Issa Sarr.
And that's what I was talking about, to say that they're very physical and he could be singled out. He's a bull terrier in that midfield. Issa Sarr, he's going to be hassled, but he's got some character in him, doesn't pull out of any challenges.
Pirates have had a longer journey in this Confederation Cup this season than now let's have a look at this. Could be something on here.
Well, this man Issa Sarr.
Pirates had wanted to register a keeper as well, and that was turned down by CAF. Registration was done at the start of the group phase. Issa Sarr getting stuck in midfield, and they've got a free kick now.
The game, but so far I think the game plan would be for Fiso to go down the line and bring in the crosses from Pomakola to cut inside from time to time to try and take shots and maybe get the team a goal. Also, you ask questions when it comes to that midfield. There's just too many gaps there that AC Leopards are exploiting, and the invitation is there because I think Orlando Pirates are just defending too deep.
Moves it upfield, but it'll come straight back at him now with Tishik Kalema. Foul on Issa Sarr, not for the first time in the game.
I think on the Pirate side, he's the most fouled player.
And he's the one who gets involved in the most tussles as well.
He's got that role to cover, to give cover to the defense. If you look at where he was fouled, it's more like he was on the left-hand side.
Coach can see in terms of potential from the players. All the leagues, as will always be the case, can't make everyone happy when it comes to selecting a national team. 23 squad that played in the qualifiers for the Olympic Games, but of course a missed out. They do take them very seriously, and they have been rewarded as well, not necessarily with the ultimate prize, but they've gone pretty far. Now here's Erasmus, possibilities here. A second could probably wrap things up. Mien is crossing. Oh!
On the left and the right hand side.
Tamsan Kabuza leading the line. This
Pirates with the potential to help this team. We've seen a cross on the right hand side from Fiso Mieni trying to, or setting up Gabuza.
Cleared there by Bisiki. Chance for them to counter here. Leopards. Kermit Erasmus. Much better football here from Orlando Pirates now in terms of the way they're passing the ball. Finding the man with the passes as trying to race onto this.
Yes, they've got the ammunition up front, but you've got to get hold of that ball.
Turn it on for the gallery in this closing 4 minutes. There he is. Gets the last game of the group on final match day 6. That match could be very decisive. And as I mentioned earlier, it's important the ball played in Issa Sarr as well.
That's commitment. When you see a player do that, that is sheer commitment from Issa Sarr.
And got clipped for his troubles. Just to go back to the point I was making, it's also important in terms of who finishes top of the group. Oops. Caught Roy Mahamud's size 10 boot in his face there.
I think it's 2 players.
Oh, ouch. And then Mahamudza falls on him for good measure.
And look at him, he's up and running.
Orlando Pirates have done the job home and away against AC Leopards de Dolisi. Issa Sarr put body on line, is even bleeding for the team, taking one for the team, and its celebrations are showing their intent here, the visitors. Again, we are expecting an open game, 2 teams that like to attack. Conditions couldn't be better for football. So as I said, Sambonga Sangweni has been given compassionate leave to be with his family for the funeral of his sister. Condolences go out to the Sangweni family, and up front in the attack comes Tamsan Ngakab. Mien, in fact, is the only survivor as the shot comes in from the team that did duty for Pirates that afternoon. The other scorers, not the only survivor, bigger part, suffered a shock defeat by a 1-0 against Zamalek in the first in that opening encounter. Only a shock in as far as the fact that it was the first time in 12 years that they had beaten Zamalek. Issa Sarr had an excellent game in the Congo.
In terms of how many clean sheets,
that's remarkable.
It's remarkable, man.
That's clean sheets in more.
They will be happy not to concede, keeping it tight at the back, still obviously relying on the last line of defense in terms of the goalkeeping department. Shenawi, very experienced.
Had a great game in that 4-1 victory that they had when Pirates really took. Now there's a chance on the counter-attack. That's a big difference with South African League, and it's good to see the people of Mbombela come out in numbers, because I suspect this is a bigger crowd than Pirates would have drawn at Orlando Stadium.
It's such a good crowd, and I think maybe they could have even had that, because it all started off
losing to the kings of African football, Al Ali, in the final. 8-time winners. Actually shortchanged them, said they were 7-time African champions. They're 8-time African champions, the last of which was that one in 2013. What an incredible record that is.
They've been dominant. It's one.
Yeah, but they're also now getting into a rebuilding phase.
Yeah, a lot of the teams. I mean, if you look at Zamalek as well, they've got to rebuild. The national team is also rebuilding.
Yeah. That's a great ball in. There could be a chance here. Well, that and then just a stray pass there from Opa Mangisa.
The ball retention from Pirates has been poor in the second half,
especially in that final third. Nice to see him making way. So that's the first change then. But listening to some excitement in the crowd tells me we could be about to see a bit of a change.
You want to have your Rakhale to be effective on the right-hand side. Fiso may need to get into that game, because if they are absent from this particular game, it puts pressure on Opa Manyisa. We're starting to see Issa Sarr being put.
The older man is sitting between. He's flanked by his two assistants. Issa Sarr's ball is cut out. Now something on here for Zamalek early on. A rare forage into the Pirates box. Space opening up here for a shot. Excellent work from Issa Sarr. That's what he does, and does so well, denying Mohamed Maruf Yusuf, the Nigerian. As you look at, hadn't seen it that way. I know you would have heard the name James Shugwambana. You would know that name, wouldn't you?
James.
Kermit Erasmus floats it in. It's a great ball in, and Issa Sarr got his head onto it, couldn't control it. It was a wonderfully floated in ball. Oh, was it Sarr that got the last touch, or was it Kabuza? More of the same, says Eric Tinkler.
Yeah. Still tricky, difficult to tell. Let's have a look. Was it Issa? It was Issa.
It was Issa Sarr indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's nice to see him making way. So that's the first change then. But listening to some excitement in the crowd tells me we could be about to see a bit of a change. Themselves opened up by a great pass from Sfiso Mieni, and of course that's what Majora does so well, is he's running off the ball.
It is
saying too early.
And it's just too early for that, and you lose focus in the shape at the back.
And I think someone will do well from Orlando Pirates. But they need to be careful as well not to leave that opening at the back. Hefni loses out to Issa Sarr. He was dangerous in the opening exchanges of the second half. But is an Egyptian international, has been kept for country, making his debut back in 2014, and now wonder when, in terms of business that Pirates will still be doing before the start of the season, where they'll be looking to reinforce this team.